don't feel like you're taking it seriously. Going out drinking before mindset, just don't think it's a top bash.
I'm okay. Yeah, I drank some water, I'm fine.
I only had like 2 beers, maybe 4.
Right, too slow! Let's go! Change that kit around and get moving!
Tebow, you good?
Come on, Tebow! Come on! Grenade! Hit the ground! Get your heads down! 10 burpees, let's go!
Come on!
I was screaming like a little girl.
Day 2, we've got $200,000 at the moment traded in the room between everybody. And surprisingly, for day 1, I think we actually did okay. We're down $100 across the entire team, all right? Let's make sure that we have a positive day. Again, checking through the news, there's quite a lot of news that's happening today. Has anybody run through and checked what's happening?
The Federal Reserve is having a speech at 2 p.m., 2:15, and then 2:30. If the Fed is more hawkish, it's expected to be good for the currency. 3 p.m., the Bureau of Labor and Statistics is to announce the number of job openings during the reported month, excluding the farming industry in the States. So the actual number, if it's higher than expected, it's better for the currency as well. These are all just like the high impact ones. Yeah.
There's a lot of speeches today that's coming out of the US, so keep that in mind. There's also numbers that are coming out that we need to pay attention to. So do your research. I'm not going to do it for you, but let's make it a positive day. And number 1 rule today, obviously, is sticking to the rules, yeah? So follow the strategies. Let's make sure we apply it. I don't want to see any rule breaking, all right? Cool, let's get started.
Fed speakers include San Francisco Fed President Mary Daly, who yesterday was adamant about the effect of inflation on lower income households, how punitive it is. She reiterated the point that you need to have price stability before you have a steady labor economy. Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic, and there is an ECB non-monetary policy meeting in Cyprus. Do they talk at all about the potential ramifications of the rapid tightening? And we have seen yields on the overall Bloomberg Global Aggregate Index absolutely skyrocket versus where they were back in 2020. Is this a positive scenario for global markets? Are people getting comfort from this, saying the economy is moving faster than perhaps the Federal Reserve is realizing?
I'm in a USD Swiss franc buy position, so I'm looking to take a ride up to sort of around R1 and the weekly high price for a 2-to-1. Fairly confident I'm sticking to the rules, and yeah, hopefully the trade plays out in my favour. I took the trade because I got at least 4 confluences out of my checklist. Confirmation on a bullish pin bar. We have got some news coming up this afternoon, and we've also got a Fed speaker from 2 o'clock who's generally quite said to be hawkish, which means they're more likely to push towards interest rate hikes, which in turn is a bullish thing for the dollar.
So I've taken 2 trades this morning. Went for a long on Euro JPY, which we hit take profit on that about 5 minutes ago. So I was just looking at these levels of structure here and just riding the wave up just above R2. So yeah, just to that. I'm also in a USD CHF buy on this, currently in a bit of drawdown, but confident looking at this resistance here, seen a double bottom, so yeah, looking to ride it up just above the UK pivot. good morning so far. I'm hoping to take profit before the news comes out around 3 o'clock. Obviously, it could be quite volatile, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping for US dollar strength. Of course, that's the trade I'm in. So as long as if I'm still in that trade, then yeah, I'll be hoping for bullish. But if I'm out of the trade, I'm not looking for any more dollar setups this afternoon. So I'm not really too fussed on the news. So this trade here, which is 1%, 156, and then this morning another 1%, 152. So currently sitting up 1% on the account. Due to a loss yesterday, so yeah, it's a 2 out of 1 so far, which is good.
I just want you to walk me through your trades. So,
yeah, I'm in 3 trades. Aussie dollar, US dollar, sell. British pound, Japanese yen, sell, and USD CAD, sell.
So which one are we walking through now? We're walking through
Right
pound
now,
yen.
the pound yen, right.
Right.
Trend direction daily was short.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
The 50 was above the 200, and this is normal long.
So that's long. Yeah.
It sounds long, but
So daily's down, hourly is up. So that's not short, so that's wrong.
All right. Then it came back 50 EMA here.
It didn't come back because it's going up. So broken
That's
the
right.
rules.
It should be vice versa.
Yeah, broken
right,
the rules.
Right.
Okay.
It should come vice versa. Yeah.
So I'd probably just close it out straight away, seeing as it's
Straight away?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Okay.
I'm still profitable, but yeah, I mixed it up somehow. Don't know how.
Okay, let's try not to do that, especially when you're going through a checklist. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I came to that one.
Okay. Okay, so you've got Aussie dollar and US dollar CAD.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
With the US dollar CAD?
No, what's wrong with what you're doing with both of them?
Do nothing
So-
correlation?
Yeah, they're negatively correlated, aren't they? So if you load them both up on a chart, if you look at them, when you think about that, you've doubled your risk on the exact same trade.
Yeah, it was like
Because these are exactly the same trade. You're buying one,
Yeah,
you're selling the other. So where your risk is what you're risking 1%,
I'm always risking 1%.
so you're risking 2%,
2%.
and it's going to be the same outcome. Yeah, so you need to cut one or the other. Yeah.
All right, so I cut that one that's negative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's 2 mistakes, yeah?
All right.
Let's make sure we don't do it again.
I feel confused a little bit about myself. Why I had a checklist while I put in the trade. The correlation. I was not looking at it. That was a mistake of mine. That was right. And so I was just like, I don't know, mismeasured, mixing something up. Normally I'm precise. Can't explain why I'm so next to my track. Besides that, good luck. I'm still profitable even with those three trades. I was $55 in profit, and I closed them, so I can go back to a profit line without a loss.
Guys, let's make sure that we're checking the rules before we're placing trades, yeah? Really, really important. Really, really important. I will also, anybody that is not taking a trade, you need to take a trade by the end of today, yeah? There are valid setups, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour. There's so many setups. So if you're not in any trade since yesterday or today, you need to place a trade, all right?
I got in the US CAD this morning. That's going well. That's running at nearly 1%. And I've got in this long on the US Swiss. At the moment, that's down 0.5%. I'm expecting interest rates to go up. So I'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully it'll hit my take profit before it hits my take loss. Stop loss.
Yes, I just entered dollar Swiss franc. Been waiting since about 11 o'clock this morning. 10 o'clock this morning, it finally broke out of the range lows, and we've just tested S1, which is previous resistance, so now flipped to support, going towards a 2-to-1 buy to the upside. So see how that turns out. So fingers crossed we get a TP today. Yeah, first trade for the day. Tried to be patient today rather than just rushing in and taking the first position that I saw. Waited for price to come to me to then get the best entry possible. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
US dollar, Japanese yen, long position, and everything is lines up. There was a big rejection, and the price carry over keep bouncing back from the UK to the daily pivot. UK daily pivot, so that was a good entry. There's a lot of pin bar here coming together, so I took the trade here. It's 2-to-1.
GBP USD looking for a long at a certain price point, so I'm hoping it dips down there, and then I'll hit the long and hopefully hit a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1. It's been bullish on the 1 hour and the daily for the day, so hopefully with the news it will. For cable, the trend's been overall bullish for the day, so just waiting for it, and hopefully it gets to a good area for me to buy, because I want to buy it at a low price instead of a high price.
I was feeling rather confident halfway through the day with my trade. Everything's still positive for a bullish side from the EMA's point of view. Yeah, just took a bit of a hit literally about 10 minutes ago. There's a little bit of support here, so I'm hoping it might just bounce off there, but we'll have to hold out and see what happens. The daily, the hourly and the 15-minute are all bullish on the chart. It was coming to a low RSI level. It's coming to a support level, and there was some hidden bullish divergence that had popped up on the RSI as well. So I took a long. I just got in a trade before I came down here on the USD CHF, but I closed it out instantly because I realised that it was a correlated pair, and we're not meant to trade correlated pairs because it increases the risk. I'm getting quite close to my stop loss. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll take a nice little bounce from here and continue its bullish trend. Yeah, I've been looking all day for another setup here. I just can't quite find anything that's matching the EMAs I want to, and getting executed on the 15 minutes. So I'm just waiting, trying to be as patient as I can, basically, not just jumping into a trade. Atish told us anything over a 1.5 to 1's pretty decent, so I've got my take profit just below the R1. The last time it broke this upper resistance line, it took a nice move all the way. Yeah, so we've just had a little bit of rejection here. It's broke this bottom trend line. Hopefully it can turn itself around and go and recapture it.
Was hoping this was going to hit the EMA here, and I got a little too greedy. This is when the news came out on this candle. I was looking for a long all day, and I was just hoping it was going to hit that 50 EMA. I might just have to look for another pair and hopefully get a good reward to risk in the next hour and a half here. So I'll figure something out. I mean, the highs are up here, so there's a chance, but reward to risk isn't the greatest now. To go by here at the top, yeah, I would have the TP up here at the top and have the stop loss somewhere in the middle. So I gotta pull the trigger here. So wish me luck. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to just walk me through your trade?
Yeah, so I was waiting on the news. I actually entered a little late on the entry. So I was watching it on the 15-minute. I was looking for a long all day, and I was hoping that it was going to retrace more on the EMA to hit a long, but I ended up...
So this is your entry up here, yeah?
Correct, and I know that's a little bad risk to reward.
Do you think it's a valid entry based on what you've been taught the last few days?
Yeah, so I saw on the 4 hour that it was bullish. On the daily, it was bullish over the EMAs. And then on the 1 hour, it did turn bullish.
So in terms of direction, it's fine.
Yeah, on the direction.
Is it bullish on the daily?
It is bullish on the daily.
Is the 8 above the 21?
Oh, this is the 8. Oh, no, that's not valid then.
Is there a pullback?
I thought I entered a pullback on the 5 minute, which is where my entry was.
Your entry is there.
Yeah.
That's a buy.
Yes,
so that's
yes.
a pullback. So if you
yeah,
that's fine.
That was fine. Yeah, this was after the news. That's why.
That's not a pullback. That's going up.
Correct. That's not a pullback.
Yeah, just close the trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're not close.
Oh, does it hit your stop?
No, it didn't hit the stop. That was a break-even trade.
Okay, fine.
So you're saying wait for a pullback here,
well, first
if it's valid.
The daily's got to align with the time frame you're trading.
Okay, so I'm not used to the EMA. So this needs to go over. So the 8 needs to go over the 21.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So obviously, if you zoom out, you're very zoomed in. If you zoom out a bit, like we're in a massive downtrend. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought this. Okay, I understand. I got the EMAs backwards. Okay,
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I thought this was it turned bullish. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So I just gotta flip them and remember.
Yeah. Maybe just this evening, just review all the content and stuff like that. Just go back over it and just make sure it's clear in your head.
So red over green. Okay.
Yeah, red and green.
I must have. 8 above 21 was a buy. Okay, I see. Okay, thank you, Elliot. Yeah. I just had it backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, this morning the Aussie USD. I missed the entry. The daily is bearish, and the hourly is bearish.
Yeah.
And we also have strong resistance here, and then we have the confirmation candle after a good retracement. I missed the entry here, but my question was, if I missed the entry and I enter it late, strong resistance, I can enter to the tight stop loss. Is that okay, or we have to have a buffer for the stop loss as a criteria?
Yeah, I would have a buffer, especially if you miss a trade. If it's me, I would just leave it. Rather than go chasing. If you miss the trade, you just got to accept that you missed the trade. Otherwise, if you then enter, you're entering at a worse price, so your risk to reward is lower. So you're not going to get your 2 to 1, and then you just get yourself in a bit of a rut. It's better to accept that you've missed that trade and wait for the next opportunity.
Okay.
And look, it may set up again.
Yeah, I will be waiting for it. Yeah.
However, it's sort of compressing. So it's, I can see where you're looking at that resistance level there. However, it's tested it quite a few times now. It's broke through it, and now it's come back up and retested it now. So I'd wait to see what happens before entering that trade. That resistance is looking quite weak now.
Yeah.
As it's obviously broken up above it, respected it again, and now it's testing it again. So, it's like knocking at a door. The more times you knock, eventually you're going to go through, right? So it's treat like support and resistance at the same time, sort of same way. The more times it's hit, eventually it's going to break, right? So just bear that in mind. But yeah, if you miss the trade, you miss the trade. Accept it, move on. There's plenty of opportunities. The last thing you want to do is go chasing for a trade with bad reward to risk, because then you're not going to get your 2 to 1, and then if you lose that trade, then you're going to be annoyed at yourself, and then do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you just got to be like, okay, I missed that trade. Doesn't matter. I'll wait for the next opportunity. Okay, cool.
Thanks, man.
No worries, you're welcome.
So guys, you've seen these guys getting involved in trading. If you think you have what it takes to be a trader, then in the description, click the link to get involved in our $100,000 trading challenge. It's 100% free, and you've got the upside of winning a live trading account with us. Best of luck, and see you soon.
It was becoming a distraction, so that's why we immediately changed that policy, and that's the kind of government we are. We do respond when there are concerns, and we act quickly.
The British Prime Minister Liz Truss there earlier today from New York City this morning. Good morning. Sterling stronger for a 6th straight session. We've gone from 103.50 last week through 114 on cable just this morning. Elsewhere, futures positive 1.8%, a lift again in this market. Futures positive with yields taking a dive lower by another 7 basis points on a 10-year, Tom. 356.96.
See, I was just wondering if, like, after the news, how long you'd wait to get back into something that was, like, affected by it.
Yeah, so I normally give it around 30 minutes, sort of let it all settle down, let the market react to the news, especially if it's quite a big surprise in terms of the number. It's like much better than expected or much worse than expected. Just let the market settle down. And then normally you see sort of the continuation come back in. Obviously with this example here, today it's been quite choppy. Even the last few days it's sort of just going sideways now. So yeah, I'd be more waiting on the higher time frames for a pullback more towards the bottom of this range and then looking to enter, obviously on confirmation. Whereas at the moment for me it's just a bit sideways, it's a bit messy. Your probability isn't really there on that trade anymore.
Yeah, especially end of day kind of.
Yeah, but normally with high risk news or high impact news, I'll give it around half an hour, let the market settle down, and then look to enter on your confirmation after that.
Right now, though, I think I'm being a little too conservative on my trades. I'm waiting for everything to be perfect, which it's rarely ever going to happen where everything on my trade's going to be perfect. So I just got to find things that meet enough of my criteria and just enter a few more trades throughout the day.
Position open here is dollar yen. Get in here. I mean, it was all in line up. I mean, the daily is up in the uptrend.
Yeah. What time frame did you enter on?
Here in the 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah. So it was a nice pin bar here. So I put the
for me
stop loss.
Like I was just saying to Jesse, he was looking at the same pair. Like it's just sort of going sideways now. I know obviously you had like rejection here, but you haven't really whereas here you got a nice pullback and then you got a nice pin bar rejection. So going along there, I'd sort of understand. Whereas here, you've just got like choppy mess.
Yeah.
Let the trade pan out because you've entered the trade, you've committed to the trade. Let it pan out. However, in future, I'd look for more of like a stronger pullback before entering. Then obviously wait for your pin bar or inside bar, whatever that confirmation is, before entering. Whereas here, like if you look at even like the range over the last few days, like top of the range here, bottom of the range down here, you've entered like right in the middle.
Yeah. When consolidation.
Whereas you want to like either enter at the top of the range short or the bottom of the range buy. Sorry. Do you know what I mean? You want to pick the sort of extreme levels.
Extremes, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be like entering in the middle because your probability, it could go up, it could go down. Obviously, you're in the right trend direction, so you've got more probability it's going to go up if the trend continues. However, you're much better off, picking the bottom of the range, waiting for that bigger pullback confirmation, then entering.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, as it is now, you're in the trade, let it pan out. See what happens. If you do get 1-to-1, it starts slowing down. Where's your 1-to-1? Oh, it's up top of this sub-bound.
Yeah, it's
1, isn't it?
35 pips from here.
Yeah. So again, I mean, if you get 1-to-1, it starts rejecting here again, then let's close out. But otherwise, just leave it for now. There's no harm. You've committed to the trade. There's no point just shutting it out now.
Right.
Just stay with it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just wait for those bigger pullbacks, I'd say.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. Thank you.
When you're taking a look at the moves we've seen over the last 48 hours, we'll also talk about the UK confusion in politics. That feels like an understatement, as well as a confusion for the economic ministers meeting over how they're going to deal with the energy crisis. The S&P almost up by 3%. Coming up right on this program, though, we got welcome news for the Fed as U.S. job openings plummet in August. Details next. What it means for a Fed pivot. This is Bloomberg.
Extremely close, maybe a pip away or something. Gonna need a miracle from there, I think. I double checked it with Sam as well, and all the rules are stuck to and applied, so I feel like it was a justifiable trade from when I took it.
and I'm profitable, whether in any way. So it's good. Intellectual capital and social capital.
So if you're taking the trade on the hourly, try to manage it on that time frame, because if you go down to say the 15 minutes, it will look like it's going up. So it looks completely different. Whereas you could have had that same argument here. I mean, you're up over a 1-to-1.
That's right.
So can you take it? Yeah, you can. But
I came from here, right? That was such a big move back right now.
But I mean, look, you had what, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours of selling. Look, you haven't had that before. Yeah, so it takes time. Gradually, it'll fall down. I mean, if you look at the daily, it's constantly moving down. So, I mean, personally, if it was me, I would leave it. If it's you,
I would take the risk too. What about taking the stop loss then to the break-even point?
See, no, never do that. Because it could come up, right? It could come up, hit your entry, stop you out, and then continue its move back.
Yeah.
So you've got more chance of that happening than it actually panning out. I mean, look, it's
still
maybe
climbing again. Yeah.
Maybe see how if the bar closes. It's already going into a seller's bar.
Away from the point. That was just because of that fast movement, and I saw a lot of those things. Then went back, but now it looks even.
But obviously, yeah, each bar. I mean, just because it's moving, if you're trading on your hourly, try to analyze it at the end of each bar's close, because obviously when you look then, it looked like it was going up, right? But if it doesn't finish like that on the hourly, if it finished in a big buyer's bar and it closes and the next bar's open, it is a buyer's bar, right? Whereas now it could carry on and be a seller's bar, and then it could hit your TP and you could have closed out because you thought.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so it's a bit more just a mind game really than anything else. Yeah, personally, I would stick to it.
I'm back on track. Yeah. I see.
But again, if that closes as a buyer's bar and you go, I don't want to be in this, you're up over your minimum 1-to-1, you can close it, yeah, because you can justify it.
Yeah.
But if you exited now, when it's a seller's bar, and then it carries on selling, I'm going to say, why didn't you stick to your rules?
Right.
And you've got nothing to justify it. So every time when you think about that, you think, can I justify my thought process behind it? If you can, there's something there. If you can't, and it's just I want to, it's not an answer. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So I think you could only close this looking at this when you get to 2 o'clock, because then the bar will actually close. Yeah.
That's right.
You may have less, you may have more, but at least you follow the rules, you know, and you let it pan out. Yeah.
That's important to me. So I was like secure asking. For following insecure feeling because of that what happened today already, you know.
Yeah, it sort of broke through a recent support. Currently, it's the furthest in drawdown it's been since I entered. Sort of clinging on for dear life. With news coming out, it looks like we've got a stop loss here. Sadly, I've hit stop loss here. First losing trade of the day, first trade as well. It's unfortunate, but it's part of trading. If you stick to the rules and the plan, then eventually you'll be profitable. I don't feel it'd be sensible just to dive straight back into a trade especially after taking a loss. Just try and be composed and wait for another opportunity to arrive.
Should you have held this one from the morning?
Yeah.
I think it was a lovely trade. Where'd you get in roughly? About here?
No. What time is this? That looks like it. Is that this morning?
11.
Yeah. And then I got out there. So I could have rode it all day. But I hit my take profit. I'm happy with the trade. But it's one of them. It kept going. But Could have twice as much. Oh well. Could have, should have, would have, you know. But hey ho on that one. Good trade still. That's it. Done the for the day, so
I'm out. Stop loss.
He's just having a look.
Yeah, so 1% gone up in smoke. Unfortunately.
It's news. What's that on? It's US JPY. Yeah, I think that'll look nice tomorrow. See the difference though? Chance last.
It's worse than expected.
Are you waiting for that? Are you going to wait for that? I would probably be sleeping.
Let's see if the sleeping god will let me awake. Then but it looks like that the trade will go in my favor anyway. Before.
No, I think you're right. It's a nice trade. Yeah, fingers crossed for you, man.
Just got a feeling, that we're going to do something pretty hectic tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows?
No trading involved.
No, or trading involved, but you're doing something ridiculous. We'll see.
No, after day one, just being an absolute crazy day of a military training camp, basically, I think anything can happen. So I've got a feeling most days that we're going to be up to something crazy. So we'll see. Probably another physical one. I'm still recovering from Monday. I'm absolutely in bits. So it'd be good to get another day or two's rest and recovery before we do something like that. But I just feel like there's going to be a surprise for us, But yeah, we'll see.
Samuel Co-Trading has been going over 10 years now, and we finally got to a point where we're able to offer off-qual regulated education up to a master's degree level. The only thing higher than this is a doctorate, which you can appreciate is so substantial. With our level 5 and level 7, we end up giving our students 3 months work experience with earning potential, and they walk away with an off-qual regulated level 7 diploma. We then connect them with our employability partners to try to get them employed after they have finished their training with us. So excited to be able to get to this point. Get in the comments, let me know what you think, and if you want to explore the level 7 as well, feel free to reach out to us. Okay, listen up everybody. Day 2, we're coming to an end. Today's been a bit of a disaster, I think, for majority of people in here. We've gone from being down roughly $100 to being down over $1,800 in a day, which isn't good news. It's going to get a lot more serious going into tomorrow, okay? I don't want to see any mistakes whatsoever. 100% rule following. So at the moment, we've highlighted the top 3. So first place, we've got Abdul so far. Congratulations on following the rules pretty much, sticking to it, and some nice trades, nice pullbacks as well. In second place we've got Paul, so well done Paul. And in third place we've got Tibble, so well done. You're in third. Everybody else, it's a level playing field of whether or not you're going to be here or not tomorrow. So I want to see everybody putting their effort into taking trades, reading the news, knowing exactly what's going on. Losing days happen, so sup it up, get on with it. That's as simple as it takes, yeah? Move on to tomorrow. There will be zero tolerance tomorrow on anybody that tells me that they can't tell the difference between red or green, they can't tell what a pullback is, and they keep getting their time frames wrong, yeah? We're past all of that now. We've done all the theory, we've done the exams, we've done the practical. We're 2 days in, there's been no excuses from tomorrow. Understood? Anybody got any problems with that? No, because we can't afford minus 2k days every day. Otherwise it's going to be a very sad time for you and me. Yeah? Alright guys, feel free to go home or stay here until you become profitable. I'll see you tomorrow morning, guys. I'm not going to keep being nice with minus 2k days, so There's some people in here that are standing out already, they're doing well, like sort of like Abdul. If he's unsure, he comes and asks, he takes the trades, he executes it well, he gets in at the right levels, right pullbacks, he's monitoring the news, he's doing fantastic. Some people are just making excuses. I thought it was a pullback, I thought it was this, I thought it was that. I don't really know what planet they've been on for the last week, really, if I'm honest with you. So let's hope tomorrow is a good day, because otherwise the tide's going to change, unfortunately, with my attitude. I'm holding in there on the positivity, but it's time to show them exactly how to do it.
And whatever the market gives you, then just take it.
If you follow the rules and the market don't give you it, then
That cab trade though, you can see it just going, you can see what's happening, you're thinking, oh, I just want to take it out, but that's not following the rules, is it?
Oh, let's see. Tomorrow is a new day.
Hopefully we can all have better days tomorrow.
Okay.
A new day. So I have 2 green days. So 2 blue days, I must say. So let's keep that on.
Yeah, well done to you.
It's easy. It's easy when you have, like, when you scan the market, you see your chance, you wait for the confirmation candle, and then you take it. I messed it up 2 times, but one time that left me in profit.
Well done. Well done, Abdul. You are the winner.
I really, it pushed me, put me on the spot, gave me more stress. But to be honest, I'm focusing only on myself. I'm focusing on the things that are under my control, which is following the rules, following the risks management, and whatever outside of my control, I will just accept it. For example, bad news against me, or this is outside of my control, but I will accept it because I'm sticking to the rules. And it was good to end up the day with in the first place. And I will keep myself in the top by following the rules. Yeah, it's easy to get in the top, but it's much harder to be consistent and be in the top. But I will try my best. Yeah. Yeah, it makes me excited, but I don't want to get over my emotions. I want to keep them in check. And to be honest, I'm just taking it day by day, performing my best. And not expecting anything. I'm just expecting that I will focus on myself, doing the best I can in each day, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Success is always a nice thing. Even losses are not bad, but profit is more better. And yes, it gives me a clearer view and a more easy view of everything.
Top of the world, mate. Buzzing. Just following the rules. More pressure. Well, I'm just going to keep following the rules, and then we go where we go, don't we?
I've been dragged through the mud today, unfortunately. Euro, yen, and gold.
Gold been crazy long yesterday.
Oh man, I can't even get angry, but we're just still making mistakes. Same sort of mistakes that we've gone through, and I've just looked at a few, and it's just getting to the point of where I'm like disappointed dad mode already. Do you know what I mean? I can't even get angry.
Guess who's the mole? I would say